Cassidy-Rae Troupe, and I'm a 2013 graduate from Paradise Valley High School's JAG. The way that I found JAG was actually because of my sister. We're kind of close, so we like to do things together. She started her freshman year in the JAG at Paradise Valley, and I took Spanish classes and math classes and all the extra things that I like to do, and I never really tried to be with JAG because that was her thing. But my junior year, I was taking a AP statistics class, but I was also taking a calculus class. And so I was taking two maths, and my sister said, "That's too much, just come with me to JAG." It was the same period as my statistics class. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever, I don't need statistics, I'll come. I joined the class thinking it was just something, easy and fun to hang out with my sister and just make a blast out of it. But I got into the class and I met so many cool individuals. We did everything together. They became like a family. And our coordinator, Tyson Cartler, he was like our father. We spent early in the morning because it was first period, and we would stay after school, or we would go on field trips on the weekends. We would do community service projects together, and we would just have a blast at it. And so I started, not thinking that JAG was the place for me, and I ended in a family with JAG. My favorite moment in JAG was when I got the title of the motivator. And that's what they knew me as, and that's what everybody has called me now, as C-Ray, or the motivator. I was new to the class. Junior JAG starts first semester and goes all the way through. And I came in second semester, and they already had the whole office. They had president and co-president, which was my sister and her best friend, because they were equals. And then they already had the secretary, the treasurer, vice president, all of that. So I really didn't have a place. I was just kind of the new girl that had a sister in the class. And the day that my teacher, Mr. Cartler, said to me, "You're the motivator," that really welcomed me into JAG, and it was the big moment that I felt the most connected with all the kids in the class and with JAG as a whole. And I've just tried to maintain that title of the motivator, somebody who lifts spirits in the class when things are down, or gets everybody ready to start working and doing positive things in JAG. And I feel like I wouldn't be such a motivator if JAG hadn't given me that name. Because they gave me that name, but don't get me wrong, there were days that I wanted to go to sleep. There were days I would come in having the worst day ever, got into a fight at home or something happened personally, and I did not want to be there. But, I would get a "good morning, motivator," and that made me want to be the motivator. That made me want to smile. That made me want to, bring people that were down up, even if I was down myself. And I feel like it's the same thing now. I work at Dillard's in the kids' shoes department, and it's the same thing, with my coworker. She's from Jordan, and she hardly speaks any English, and she has all these obstacles to overcome, and she's always stressed and unfocused. And I like to be her motivator. And I don't think that I would be if JAG hadn't helped me along through that. I try to tell her every morning, "Dahlia, let's sell some shoes today," motivate her so she thinks about other things than all of her problems. Or that she can, get things accomplished. And I do that with anybody that I come across. And I really have to thank JAG for that, because if I hadn't been given that title, that name or that legacy of being the motivator, then I don't think I would be. But when somebody says you're something, you try to be it. And in my case, it's something positive and amazing. So it definitely has helped me with everything that I do now. The major skills that I took away from JAG there's so many of them. First of all, the way that I speak. Now, I am talkative, and I can talk your ear off, but sometimes it might not always be, a constructive conversation that is going to lead anywhere. And through JAG, I did learn how to speak to people. For example, I was just in the airport on Sunday, and I came across a lady, and I went and, in the airport there's not very many seats. So I went and I sat next to this lady, and she offered me an apple. No, thank you, I don't need any apples. She says, "Okay, do she puts her bag away. She says, would you like an orange? And I was like, no, no, thank you. I wouldn't like an orange. She says, okay. Would you like some cookies? And I was like, no, thank you, ma'am. I don't want any cookies. She's like, okay. Do you want some water? I was like, sure, I'll have some water. You know, just give me something so she stops asking me to give me something. And just everybody who walked by, she'd say, hi, you know, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. And she was just so delightful, and I was really tired. You know, I had been twirling all week. It was, you know, I'd been in a car for 3.5 hours, and I was just done for the day. And she just brightened my spirit and reminded me as a motivator and how to be one. So I started talking to her. And she's actually a leader in her state, which is Philadelphia. And she goes around to schools and she teaches, you know, young students about gang violence and the prison system, and in hopes, you know, for them to make positive choices. You know, the funniest lady, so sweet, so nice, but she knew facts and she knew how to get down to business, but yet she was still so motivational. And I spoke to her and I asked her if they had a JAG organization in Philadelphia, and she said no. So I gave her my contact information. She gave me hers, you know, and she's going to work on getting a JAG team in Philadelphia the way that we have one in Arizona, through all of her schools that she deals with, teaching them about drug abuse and prison systems and gang violence. And she was just an amazing leader, an amazing person. You know, she had so much positive and good energy about her. And so little things like that, I learned really how to communicate with people and, you know, find a way to grow bigger through JAG. And that's just a little example. You know, other things that you learn through JAG is the way to dress. You always, you know, first impression is the best, you know. So people look at you from what you wear. An example, I worked at a shoe store called Chic Shoes. And in there, everybody dresses, you know, the boys have tattoos and they wear kind of baggy pants and they wear baggy shirts, and, you know, it's kind of like a gangster shoe store, because, you know, they sell Nikes and Jordans. And I went in there and I was not used to dressing like that, so at first I dressed in my, you know, not my too business-like, because it was more of a casual store, but I did dress to impress the way that JAG teaches me to. And through that, I got offered a bunch of different jobs. I got offered a job at Tilly's. I got offered a job at Macy's. I got offered a job as a promotion sales clerk. I got offered a job at a doctor's office. And I got offered a job at Dillard's, in which I did take because it was the highest income. So just from that, you learn how to dress, and that alone leads to future improvements and help along the way that you would never expect, you know. I didn't do anything. I stood there and I smiled and I gave a good first impression, and now I'm making a lot more at this job than I was at the other one. So definitely learn a lot of that through JAG, not to mention responsibility, dedication, you know, community involvement, how to be a family, how to be one, how to be motivational, how to be respectful, all of the above, all the positive words you can find in the dictionary. That's what JAG will teach you, and that's what I have learned from it. Right now, I am actually, going to be a freshman at Grand Canyon University. I had a lot of struggles along the way in order to get there, but through JAG and a lot of their help and with other organizations, I can finally say that I'm going to be able to say, go Lopes! So, I'm going to represent my purple very well. Other than that, I am working at Dillard's in the kids' shoes department, as I just said, and I'm auditioning for the debate and speech team at my university, which I have high confidence that I'll get in, but, you know, never want to prejudge anything too soon. And, that's pretty much what I'm doing, is school and work and just positive things. Not to mention that I will always be continuing with community service and charity work for those who need it, because I know that that's always a good thing, and that's what JAG taught me, was to always be a good person to those around you in the community. Yeah. Advice and wisdom that I like to pass along to you guys is, don't take anything for granted. Don't take time, don't take the people around you, don't take JAG for granted. You know, you may be in your class and you're having a blast. You know, you're making coffee every morning and you're talking really, fun, and your teacher's fun and everything's fun. And you're going on field trips, but what you don't understand is that through all of that fun, you are learning things, and you need to open your eyes and realize that there is a real world out there, and JAG is preparing it for you.